Hello everyone, Yanato here. Today we're going to be taking a look at Pokemon Scarlet, the newest Pokemon game that was just released a few days ago at the time of recording. So normally I would just jump into the game and go in blind, and believe me, you have no idea how hard it was to not have spoilers thrown in my face for this game. But due to the, let's call them issues. Due to the issues I encountered while doing the initial recordings, the amount of time I found myself complaining about said issues while reviewing the footage, and the fact that I spent about 35 hours without beating a single gym slash titan slash team star leader, the last of which is actually pretty typical of me when it comes to open world games, I decided to start a new save to at least get back to the point in the story I did with the first save file. So while it unfortunately won't have my initial reactions from the first playthrough, it's still better than hearing me bitch about, state of the game for a good 50 to 75% of it. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. English. So yeah, when I started the game, basically all I knew was the name of the place, Paldea. I knew the starters. I didn't know their final evolutions. And I only knew a handful of the new Pokemon. I won't take too long with this. I'm just gonna go with what I went with the first time around. This, that, I think it was that. So I did manage to find how many shinies? 2 shinies, I think? It was great. Found a shiny Scatterbug and a shiny Tropius. Or Tropius, I mean. Which one did I go with before? So yeah, basically once I get back to the point where I left off, I'm going to switch back to the main save file because I am not going to spend another 40 hours doing that crap. I'm going to pretty much go as fast as I can. And yeah. Still want to pick something similar to what I had before, just so that it doesn't look as weird when I switch back. Is this one? Close enough. Something seems a bit wrong. Hold on. Something seems wrong with the mouth. The only difference for the mouths is like whether it's what you can tell from the side view, mainly. Oh, I don't want kitty lips. Good enough. I also need to turn off autosave. I'll also be narrating it, or at least if I remember to. Yeah. But yeah, there was like 40, sorry, not 40, like 35 hours of recording that I was just complaining too much about the bugs and shit. Naranja Academy, taking lessons from tradition, growing stronger and greater. And there you have what's his name from Legends Arceus in the background. The professor. I think it was Clayton, I think? It's time for you too to dive into the world of Pokemon. Head Honcho. Director Clavel, head of Naranja Academy. Paldea is a sprawling region bursting with lush nature and magnificent landscapes. And a huge-ass crater in the center. Where have I heard that last part before? It is also, of course, home to the mysterious creatures known to us as Pokemon. They reside here in great numbers, in fact. Behold the Pikachu of this gen. Palmy. So I only knew of a handful of Pokemon. Pokemon can be found living all over, in the seas, in the skies, even in our cities and towns, and the hat of Professor Clayton. What was I saying? So, the only Pokemon I knew of, aside from the legendaries, the 3 starters, again, I only knew of the 3 starters, not their evolved forms, was Wiglet. I didn't know the name of, I just knew it was like a fucked up looking Diglett. The thing in a treasure box for Rig Giraffe. And maybe a few more. We humans coexist with Pokemon as we both help one another to live and thrive. It is realistically more one-sided than that though. Naranja Academy is here to help you learn even more about these precious partners. Within our halls, people from all regions gather to study together. And as Pokemon trainers, they have their Pokemon do battle, growing alongside them. Okay, so this was an issue with Pokemon Sword and Shield, where even though things would freeze, foliage would continue to move. Same if you went up and down a ladder, which thankfully they fixed with this game. Before, if you went up and down a ladder, everything in the overworld would freeze, except your character. They at least changed that. While a robust curriculum of coursework helps our students draw forth their fullest potential. It's within these halls that you will find yourself, or you will find your... Okay, fuck me. We, the faculty and staff at Naranja Academy, can't wait to welcome you with open arms. And I'll just let the cutscene play. I'll repeat what I said during the initial playthrough about this next part. Koraidon, which is the Pokemon you just saw, is a fucking dumbass. You will see why very shortly. I do like how they give you access to legendary Pokemon in the very beginning. So the reason why this Pokemon's a dumbass is because it decides to dive headfirst into shallow water. Albeit it ran out of power, but still. So the region is based on, I forget the name of it exactly, but it's Spain, Portugal, and one other location, which the architecture does reflect. I think it was the Iberian Peninsula? I could be wrong. Then it wants me to move. Okay, first things first. The option, let's turn off autosave. Okay, let me just quickly double check. Okay, yeah, Iberian Peninsula. So I was right. So you cannot run in the beginning, which is kind of annoying. Squelch it! So this game, so Sword and Shield revolved around curry. This game revolves around Subway sandwiches, so a certain time Warden will have a field day with this game. Hopefully she doesn't go for the 5-day-old ones though. Those are some huge ass peppers, man. Good morning, Rosina. Oh, already in your uniform and everything? Well, it is your first day at your new school after all. I'm so excited for you. There's a reason why she's excited for me. So, you might want to cool your engines before you go racing out the door. The school contacted me and said that you're supposed to wait here a little while longer. Their words, not mine. Whatever, they want me to wait, I'll wait. Apparently there's something very important for your first day that still hasn't arrived yet. Yeah. The document saying that I actually go to the school. Maybe that's the very thing we're waiting for. Rosina, get the door, would you? Sure. So I will try to limit the amount of times I spoil things before the story actually reveals it. Substitute. Do forgive the intrusion. Sure, just let yourself in. Question, why don't we lock the door? You are Miss Rosina, yes? On behalf of the Academy, I must apologize for the late arrival of your enrollment documents. Yeah, I kinda do need those. And also for my delay in introducing myself. I am the director of Naranja Academy. You may call me Mr. Clavel. The director? And you came in person to help my daughter with her first day? Meanwhile, Squelch just ran behind the counter. It knows what's up. Well, I am responsible for the entire academy, including any failures on its part. At least he takes responsibility. So here at last are the enrollment documents that should have already been delivered to you. Really driving the point home. Goodness, you really needn't have. Since you've come all this way, can I at least offer you a cup of tea? No need to trouble yourself. Rosina, I've got a thing or two to discuss with the director here. Why don't you head back up to your room and finish getting ready for school? You'll need your bag and your hat as well. Now, Mr. Clavel, you simply must join me for a cuppa. Okay, I'm sorry. If you offer me a drink, but you call it a cuppa, I'm straight up gonna decline. It's like, no. This way. Well, how can I refuse such a kind offer? So I will say this much. I went with the grass cat, Sprigatito. And after seeing the final evolutions of the other two, I'm glad I went with the grass cat. Even if, technically speaking, typing-wise, pretty much every single fucking Team Star member will either hit me neutral, which is one of them, or super effective, which is 4 of them. Yes. One's a fairy type. One's a fighting type. Another is a fire type, dark type. Okay, wait, no, I guess the dark type would be not very effective. And I think it was poison type was another one. But yeah, my starter's typing is grass fighting, so yeah. Sorry, grass dark, I mean. Oh, just look at you, all ready for your big first day. Yes, the uniform of our Star Academy suits you quite well indeed. Oh gracious, how very careless of me. I had entirely forgotten that I have something else for you, Miss Rosina. A most important thing. With my starters? For your living room is hardly the place for it. Would you care to follow me outside? You can show me in here, you know. I don't care if the place gets burnt down, flooded, whatever the hell grass type Pokemon do. I'm not cleaning it up, so please, show me in here. Show me in the living room. I don't mind being homeless. I wonder what this important thing might be. Let's follow the director out and see, shall we? So yeah, this architecture, you can tell it's like Spain area, or sorry, region of Spain. Right then, dear Pokemon, time to come out of your Pokeballs. I mean, assuming they're not shiny locked. If one of them turns out to be shiny, I'm grabbing them. You provide each student entering the academy a Pokemon of their own. I'll ask you to choose which among these three you'd like to have as your partner. Brigatito, the grass cat Pokemon. Cute. Fuecoco, the firecroc Pokemon. Okay, so when I initially saw them and their interactions in the first part of the game, I kind of wanted to go with Fuecoco, but after seeing its final evolution, which was like 30 hours in, I'm glad I didn't go with them. But that's just like strictly aesthetically speaking. In terms of typing wise, the worst you can pick is the cat. And I just didn't like this one at all. And Quaxley, the duckling Pokemon. They're all very good company, why they usually refuse to even leave my side. And then just like Legends of Arceus, I get all three. What's this? So it turns out they're more interested in you, Miss Rosina, than familiar old me. I do wish I could stay and see which one you'll choose, but I must be off to my next home visit. How often does your academy fuck up to the point where you need to do errands on foot, house to house? I'll be at the house just over there. Take your time with your decision, then come find me once your mind is made up. Also, I want to point out the difference with the house I live in and the fucking mansion just down the road that has stained glass next, like as a door frame, or sorry, as like the surrounding glass around the door. What the fuck? Now, if you'll excuse me, until next we meet, aka 5 minutes from now. What a mannerly fellow that director of yours is. These three are all lovely, but you need to choose just one, right? Not an easy task. Easier than you think. Why not take this opportunity to walk around with these little ones and get to know them? I'm sure they have lots to teach you. Oh, god, it's starting already. Oh, but before you go, I got you a little something to celebrate your big day. When I say it's starting already, I'm talking about the graphical issues. Take it with you if you're going out on your own. I got a phone! I will say this though, I'm glad they kept the idea of a Rotom phone or a Rotom Dex. It just plays into the lore very well. Like, you already have Rotom, which jumps into appliances. Why not have it jump into a phone? The latest model of smartphone. Yes, they're actually using the term smartphone. It's a brand new phone. Ironically, I did get a new phone. As an aside, I did get a new phone when I started playing the game. According to the instructions, you can check the map app by pressing it. Okay, yeah. People don't need to know that. It'll help keep you from getting lost, so take good care of your new gadget, okay? Lady, believe me, no type of map will help you in this game. You will still get very, very lost. Now off you go. Have fun. So, they currently do not have any collision. Once I get further down the road, I'll be able to run. It's just a matter of making it there. And I'm purposely skipping the items along the way. Because again, I'm just trying to get through this quickly. Once I beat Mela, and I deal with one of the Titans, I'll switch over to the main save file. Like, I know rendering distance is a thing, which is why like the bushes over there are low poly res, but still. Actually no, I'll grab this one while I'm here. So the items in this game, one, they lack collision. Two, it's kind of hard to miss. There are shinies on the ground though, which are a lot harder, harder to miss, especially given how the draw distance for this shit is very low. Like, where that rock is over there, I would say if I was any further from it, I would not be able to see the shiny, more or less. It depends on how much shit's going on in the background. This is a cutscene I was talking about that maybe kind of want to pick Fuecoco. Very reminiscent of Legends Arceus. Or stars just do their own thing. Derp. Are you these three's trainer? Not quite. Miss Rosina has yet to make her choice, you see. I think her name's Pomona? I still fuck up their names. I do wonder which of them she would choose as her first Pokemon. No. Aww. That's why that cutscene made me kind of want to pick Fuecoco. Buenas, we haven't met before, have we? I must say, I was expecting to see you here quite so soon. Hang on, Director, is this who I think it is? Yes, 'tis I. Yes, this is our Academy's newest student, Miss Rosina. She'll be attending as of today. So you're that kid who moved in up the road? Yep. I've been dying to find out more about you. Nimona, okay, not Pomona. I'm Nimona. Normally I live in the school dorms, but home is here. What do you say, new neighbor? Wanna be friends? Tempted to say no. Love that enthusiasm. We're gonna get along just fine. So yeah, you stay at dorms, which is why dear old mother was so excited for our first day, because we get kicked out of the house. Not really, we can always still go back, but yeah. Miss Nimona is president of our student council and a champion ranked trainer in her own right. So with the Paldea region, there isn't just one champion. Once you get 8 badges, you go through a test. If you clear said test / trial, you are given champion rank. So this person has already done it. I absolutely love Pokemon battling. In fact, we should battle right now, you and me. I still don't have a Pokemon lady, but okay, sure. Let me just boot up Pokemon Bank and... oh, never mind. Easy now, you two will be in the same class, so you have plenty of time to battle later. You get to know one another better, of course. We're gonna be neighbors and classmates? Nice, we'll be able to battle... ah, fuck, all we want. So during the initial recording, I did mention this. In Sword and Shield, Hop annoyed the fuck out of me. He was like way too over the top. I have a feeling Nimona's gonna put him to shame in that regard. On that note, Miss Rosina. Oh boy, here we go. Have you decided which one of these Pokemon you would like to be your first partner? I have. Now, this next part really made me complain for quite a bit of time. Notice the shading! That's Fuecoco, fire-type Pokemon. The burning hot sparks and skies will fry any and all plants in a flash. No. So once I click B, or no, it goes back to normal. Now look at the house. See how there's a shadow over it? It is now gone. That's Quaxley, a water-type Pokemon. No. It may seem quiet, but its mighty streams of water can put out any fire. You'll see. No. Also, I think it's stuck in daytime until I get to the treasure hunt. And there goes the shadows again. It should have been done after I click on it and after I zoom in. That's when the shadow, or like that's when the shadow should have been adjusted. Not before it actually zooms in so that I can see the shadows being fucked with in the overworld. That's Brigatito, a grass-type Pokemon. You can use its plant powers to soak up whatever water you throw at it. Yes. Aww. And this next cutscene. Very cute. whenever it decides to load. Aww. Sprigatito seems to have taken quite a liking to you, Miss Rosina. This is your first Pokemon, yes? Please raise it with love and care. And of course, be sure to keep it tucked safely inside a Pokeball. Oh boy, frame rate issues already. Rosina, I can't believe you actually chose Sprigatito. I mean, like, way to make the perfect choice for you. You two make such a good combo. You have nothing to base this off of. You barely know me. Can I choose one of these Pokemon too, Director Glavel? You've already earned champion rank. You have Pokemon. Oh, but did you not receive a Pokemon when you entered the Academy, Miss Nimona? Not back then. No, I had other Pokemon I was focused on raising at the time. But now I want to raise a new Pokemon alongside Rosina while she raises her own new partner. Indeed, a rather splendid idea. If you wish to raise one of these Pokemon on equal footing with Miss Rosina, here, I shall be more than happy to allow it. Yas! Since Rosina chose Sprigatito, I'll go for this little one. Nice to meet you, Quaxley. Welcome to the team. Pump pump. Alright then. Now that we've chosen our Pokemon, we have to battle. Fucking knew it, and I don't just mean because I've already played through it. I'll be waiting for you down at the beach. Come join me when you're ready. As you may have noticed, Miss Nimona is a tad overly fond of Pokemon battling. But I do hope you'll join her for a battle. It will help you get to know your own Pokemon as well. Fine. Do that. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so a few changes they did make. One, you can fly right off the bat, which I really do like. You don't need HMs, you don't need Pokemon, because technically the legendary Pokemon that you'll be getting will do everything for you. It will be your HM tool. Also, I don't know if it only started with this game, but if you take a look at the gym badge effect, I think the description might have changed, which makes sense because of how the game's open world and you get to pick the order at which you do things. But basically, before it was, if your Pokemon, how should I phrase this? In past games, it would just be Pokemon level 20 or below will listen to your commands. Now it's Pokemon caught at level 20 or below will listen, which means if I catch a Pokemon right now, or let's use my starter as an example. If I decide to not go after any of the gyms and get my starter to level 50, because I got it before it was level 21, it will listen to me. So that's all that gym badge effect does. It just affects what Pokemon will listen to you based on what level you caught it at. So technically, if I catch a level 35, breed it, hatch the egg, I can get that newly hatched Pokemon to level 100 without beating a single gym, and it would still listen to me. So grab that. Also, you can slide in this game. Oh wait, hold on, there's one other item I want to grab. You can't swim, you need Koraidon for that. Or Miraidon, depending on the game you have. So you can send your Pokemon partner out to pick up items and do auto battle. I haven't really done that all that much. And unfortunately, some Pokemon do require you to bring them out and have them follow you around in order to level up based on how many steps you take. The problem is, as you can see, I move a lot faster than it, and if I get too far away, it returns back to me. Just like that. So depending on how fast your Pokemon walk, and believe me, the ones that evolve via this method aren't exactly the fastest bunch, it can get rather annoying. Anyone can be a Pokemon trainer as long as they have Pokemon by their side. It's our duty as trainers to help our Pokemon grow stronger through battle. So, you ready to battle me? Sure, why not? Perfecto, I'm so excited for this battle. I think I'll use Lady. If you're gonna whip out your other Pokemon, I'm accessing Pokemon Bank. Miss Nimona. Like, even though they won't listen to me, I just have like level 100 fully EV trained perfect IVs. I just have to hope that they're compatible with the game. But yeah, they should be able to tank long enough for it to at least listen to one command and then smack your whole team out. I trust you remember that Miss Rosina is wholly inexperienced in Pokemon battling. Says who? Whoops, good call, Director. I was about to send out one of my usual partners right off the bat. Yeah, she also decides to pull some BS later on. But more on that later. I guess I'll take this chance to try out my new buddy instead. Like, that was the whole point of getting said new buddy. Memory of a goldfish, this one. Come on, Rosina, let's have some fruitful battle. I know this is your first Pokemon battle, so let's just have some fun. No such thing. No such thing. Hey, my Spaghettito's female again. You must have been studying up. Smart move. Grass is strong against water. I mean, you're the dumbass that picked a water type, man, not me, so. And another Leafage. Okay, either that Quaxley has a plus attack nature, or my cat has a minus defense nature. They should not be smacking me that hard. Roar. Wow, not bad, neighbor. Look at you, winning your first battle ever. You gotta be more potential than I thought. Lady, you have no idea. You're gonna be a strong trainer for sure. Now I want to try a different strategy. Let's go again, just one more battle. Hey, if you heal my Pokemon, sure. Poor Coco just stumbles in. Miss Rosina and Spaghettito are surely weary already from that last battle. Ah, sorry, I got kinda caught up in all the excitement. I'm really sorry, Rosina. Send your Spaghettito too. Let's battle again soon. Oh, definitely. We'll definitely battle more. You two seem to be becoming fast friends, though we've only just met. Can I count on you to take your new schoolmate here under your wings, Nimona? More like it'll be the other way around, but sure. I'm sure she can learn a great deal from a champion-ranked trainer such as yourself. You bet, sir. Oh, that might be. Since you're new to training Pokemon, there's an app you definitely need. Blech. Angarish. There's an app you definitely need. You have a smartphone, right? Let me see it for a sec. Pokedex. I do like how they changed the Pokedex this time around. It actually does look like a digital encyclopedia. The Pokedex will automatically register any Pokemon you catch. It's a must-have for Pokemon trainers. It's a super handy app. Our homeroom teacher, Mr. Jacques, actually made it himself. I call bullshit on that, but whatever. The concept, I mean, if you're talking about the app itself, okay, fine. But if you're talking about the concept, hell no. That was a certain professor with a huge-ass wool cap. Back in my day, we used ordinary paper and handwritten, no single-file Pokedexes. Dude, you are not that old. It's quite the age we live in now. Oof, filling out a Pokedex by hand? I can't even imagine how much work that would take. And there's this little fucker over here. Oh no, I suppose you can't. Fuck you. Asshole. Yet no matter how much the time may change, the wonder of meeting new Pokemon never does. Agreed, which is why I tried really hard to avoid spoilers. That is a truly timeless pleasure. And the more Pokemon that you encounter, the more you'll find yourself growing and changing. I hope you will both work hard toward the goal of completing your own Pokedexes. Why don't we just pull it together? Really, why don't we just do that? Just have everyone pull their Pokedex together, get this shit done sooner rather than later. Now, Miss Nimona, I do still have a few matters to discuss with your parents. Could I depend on you to see Miss Rosina into the academy? It would be doing me quite the favor. Of course, leave it to me. Then I leave her in your capable hands. Alright, little one, it's time you and I were on our way. Don't worry, Fuecoco. I'm sure a certain priestess would love to have you as a partner. I fear for all those around said priestess. Maybe I ought to make a little more time to work my Pokedex along with all my battling. It should be filled out as you battle, though. Well, for the most part, you still need to catch it. Oh, right. Speaking of Pokedexes, Rosina, you probably never caught a wild Pokemon, right? Sure, let's go along with that. I have never caught a Pokemon before. It turns out my over 2,000 Pokemon accumulated over the years. Never before have I caught Pokemon. I'll show you the ropes before I take you to the academy. Come with me. Damn, you fast! So there is no fall damage in this game. Your Rotom your Rotom phone will save you. I just want to see if it's still glitched out. Okay, so oh, he wasn't here before. Okay, so you see Chansey being cute, picking up the egg, and snuggling it. Now let's take a few steps back and Chansey, what are you doing with that egg? This is the draw distance that I was talking about. Things get very fucky once you're about this far away. Wait for it. Wait for it. It looks normal now. Okay, now let's do it. So, I'm far away from Chansey. And it's snuggling the air. So yeah, Nimona's parents are rich. Also, this painting gave me nightmares. My poor Greninja, what the fuck did they do to you? Another thing they did do with the Pokemon, if you look close... Okay, I can't get too close apparently. If you look closely at the texture, they actually added like a fur pattern onto them. Magnemite is also extremely shiny now. And the other Nightmare Fuel. Oh right, this issue. Once you exit a building, it doesn't set your camera properly. There will also be times where your character will move, but your feet don't. Oh, Rosina. I hear that Nimona here will be taking you to school? Yep. That's right, ma'am. Leave it to me. So you've already managed to make a friend. Friend is a bit of a strong word. And I read about all the wonderful teachers you'll have looking after you at the school. With so many handy facilities you can use as much as you like. Add in your new friend, Nimona, and it sounds like your school life is shaping up to be fantastic. Now, you'll be staying in the school dorms, so I want you to promise me you'll eat proper meals. I make no promises. And this is why she wanted me out the house so quickly. I'm so excited for your first date, because that means you no longer stay here. Here's a bit of spending money to start off with. I also packed a lunch for your first day. So, this is just more from personal experience. When this happens when you live at a dorm, you don't just pack a lunch for a day. As a parent, you cook like a week's worth of meals, freeze it, and send it to go. But hey, whatever. Sandwich from mom. No, and maybe you'd better take these too. Potions. Yeah, I'm gonna need those. Use them on the precious little partners of yours should it get hurt in battle. Which it will. I know every day in your new life is going to be full of exciting experiences, far from home. Lady, I'm down the street. Okay, technically a bit farther than down the street, but more or less down the street. Try to savor them all, the good times and the hard times too. But if you ever want to come back home, you know your bed is always ready for you. No, it's not. You're already renting that shit out. Oh, alright then. You two had better be off, I suppose. Take care on the way to school. Okay, let's do this. Your mother's so nice, Rosina. Oh, but I was going to teach you how to catch wild Pokemon. Come on, vamos. This way. Shit, you fast, lady. Also, if I fuck up the dialogue, it's because I haven't had to do any kind of narration since Pokemon Legends Arceus. And that was a while ago. Back before I started swearing like a sailor during recordings. It was very limited back then. But now, oh boy! Oh god, the frame rate. Alright, this here is Poco Path. It's a path that leads to adventure for you and me. So, just a few things. If you start a wild Pokemon battle by whipping a Pokeball at a Pokemon and they're far enough away, you and your Pokemon will teleport over to where the Pokemon are at. But the render distance is based on the camera, or the camera's position. So even though you're over there, the camera's still over here, which means the Pokemon... I mean, I've seen cases where my Pokemon don't even render properly. Like, it shows a low poly form instead. Out here, things are different than in town. You're gonna see wild Pokemon out and about. They'll be on the path and in the grass and such. So there is no more, like, random encounters. It's all overworld. Which is nice. But things like Sweet Scent are no longer a thing. I mean, it's in the game, but it doesn't have its old ability. Overworld ability, I mean. You're too close to one and you'll have to battle. Yep, but you've got Sprigatito for that, right? And if you want to try to catch a Pokemon, you gotta use a stick. Oh, okay. I mean, a stick also works. I've got tons. Have a few. Pokeballs, that is. You cheap-ass motherfucker. Put the Pokeballs in your bag. What? Wait, why am I reading that part out? This one. Chunky! Oh, what luck. Time for some learning by doing. Let's, try battling this Lechonk, Rosina. I already know the Pokemon that I want to catch. So I should probably point this out right now. Before I said how I was going to approach the game in terms of... before I switch back to the main save file, I decided to be going after Mela, who is the best grill in the game. If you think otherwise, you're just wrong. Technically speaking, level-wise, she's the second... Team Star leader. So even though it's open world and you can battle things however you want, the Pokemon, the Titans, the gym leaders, and the Team Star leaders all have a fixed level. So it's not like if you battled Mela as the first Team Star leader versus the final Team Star leader, she'll have different stats. It doesn't matter if you fight her first or if you fight her last, or if, in terms of level, if you fight her second, she will have the same team. I do wish that they could have added like some sort of check to see, okay, what have you done so far? Is this the first leader that you're fighting, or is this the fifth and final one? If it's the fifth one, you go up against this stronger team. But whatever. at least they went with the open world concept, baby steps, because clearly they need to take baby steps. Yeah, Mello should technically be the second in terms of team level. First one should be the dark type trainer. Hala, that was awesome. You got the very first Pokemon you went for. I'm coming when it comes to actually catching Pokemon. Maybe you should give me tips. Sure. Step 1, don't knock the thing out. 2, throw a Pokeball. 3, inflict a status, preferably not poison or burn. 4, be careful of Pokemon that know recoil moves. And that's about it. And we have some more Pokeballs just in case. Not every catch works out. You obtained 10 Pokeballs. Why am I reading that part out? So with the first save file, I went with a Pokeball only challenge, with some exceptions. If it's shiny, all bets are off. That's just getting caught. And for certain other Pokemon, like I caught a Chansey. Like it just so happened to end up with 1 HP left, so I'm like, alright, fuck it, let's try it. And so I chucked an Ultra Ball at it. But everything else is strictly Pokeball. And luckily, I don't have to deal with catching the title art legendary Pokemon, or the box art legendary. So yeah, fun times. Wake the Pokemon, then throw the Pokeball. Remember that, and you'll be fine. Now go battle those wild Pokemon and catch some of them. Let's meet back up at the lighthouse over there. You can see your skull from the top. Oh boy. Meanwhile, you just saw my character warp. Fun times. Fun times. Anyway, that's going to do it for me for now. I need to go check up on a few things. Hey, as always, thanks for watching. Till next time.